Hello everybody to Short Deck Poker here on 6plusholdem.com. My name is Katrin Saufen and today I'm going to present you the second part of our beginner series, How to Improve in Short Deck Poker for Beginners. I hope you stay till the end of the video because we have to choose three winners from the last video and I think they are waiting already. So please comment and subscribe and get right into the action. So today we're going to make a hand review. I prepared 8 hands for you guys. It's between the $1 and $5 limits. Some hands are from me, some hands are from some friends. I don't know. We make it anonymous so nobody knows who is it. And I will comment on this plays, about the hands the hero played and the opponents, about the ranges and everything like this. All this stuff which is really interesting to know what is my thought process in specific hands. So we're starting with a $5 ante hand with Queen 10 offsuit. Get it. So our first hand is at the $5 limits and we got Queen 10, we got a limp. And if the button checks, we can see a flop. Let's see what happens here in this hand. Yeah, that's a good flop. That's a good flop. I guess we want to bet it. That's what we did. Button is calling and under the gun player is calling, and look at this beautiful turn. Now you have the nuts and you hope somebody have a 10 and you get the money in. That's how it works. So hero is betting 70 into 86. Yeah, that's amazing. That's amazing. And he's calling. It smells like at least a flush draw. Maybe, I mean, said he was raised, so it looks like a 10. And you have to go for a big bet. That's what hero is doing, and player 1 is calling, and he showdown. Yeah, unfortunately for him, pocket 10s, what can he do? In some cases, I would suggest, if you know the opponent on the river, or the player 1 is a fishy opponent who never fold a 10, you can even jam the riff because, I mean, if you're going for the big size into 200, I guess 2 pair or a set or something like this, a bluff catching hand, let's say like this, is never calling anyway. And if a fishy opponent never can fold a 10, yeah, I mean, that you have 10s is really rough, but you might go for a shove and you get a call from all in from him. That might be possible, but I guess hero played it excellent. He go for the big size because you know his target range is exactly the 10 and you want to get value off. And a 10 cannot fold because, and even if you have pocket 10s, you can never fold this. So well done, hero. Go to the next one. So what we have here, we have queens on the button. So we have queens here on the button. Looks interesting. Let's check out the action. I'm interested. I didn't check the hand before, so it's really live commenting and how I feel about the hands. That's how it should be, like I'm live in the hand. So limpy, and he's gonna pot it. Of course, he'll make it 11x, which is pretty standard. We have a UGG player with $300. Yeah, if he limp shove, it's kind of ugly because this range should be really tight, like ace king plus. And here's a short stack. We want to get it in, of course, against him. Let's see how the action is. He's just calling. Beautiful. And we get a heads up. And as you can see, already $55 in the middle, which is kind of a lot. And yeah. Stack to board ratio, you know, 1 to 4. So player 1 is open shoving. So that's an interesting one. And for me, this is always a snap call because unless you have a dead read, I don't know. But in my opinion, that's always a call because against Jack 10, Jack 8, 10 9, 9s, Ace Jack, King Queen, Queen Jack, all these hands. Against some hands you're a favorite, and against most of the hands you're flipping. And with the $55 in the middle, it's always a call, and you get always the right odds to call in the spot. So yeah, for me it's a snap call, and let's see how the board runs out. Looks rough. I mean, we're beating Jack 9, 10 9. Yeah, let's see. Let's take a look at the showdown. And he shows Jack 10, which is pretty standard. He do nothing wrong because if we have ace king, we cannot call. If we have it's a tough situation because imagine now you have aces or kings. With the queens it's easy because you have the gut shot, and it makes the hand super powerful. But yeah, I mean, getting it in with Jack 10 on this board is not bad. But that's how the money goes, and that's the beauty of the game. There's so much gambling and so much spots like this. I mean, we can check the percentages, I guess, if I show the opponent's hand, and then you get a feeling about the variance of the game. So yeah. So now you can see 58% for me and 42% for the hero, for the player one. So yeah, it's really close. It's really close. And with the dead money in the middle, it's always a call. Heading to the next one. So here we play another $2 game hand, and we have Queen Jack offsuit. It looks like everybody have 100 anti-stack except of player under the gun. He have like $800. Okay, we're gonna limp. Classic. Everybody check. That's a normal situation in short deck poker. It's usually a lot of limping pots where you want to see flops, you know. I think this is a nice flop to bet and take the initiative to take down a pot. You have to attack pots because on every card's coming can ruin your hand, you know. So, and that's what Hero's doing. He's betting $13.3, and we get a call from player number one. Okay, that's your turn. This is a beautiful turn. I have to say, there's one interesting thing. If you have a board like this and you're betting a top pair, maybe the board can be ace 10-7, king 10-7, whatever. It's always beautiful because there are so much draws out there, like 8-9, jack 9, king jack. It's always beautiful if you get a pair from the middle or the bottom card. Of course, the bottom card is the best because sometimes people tend to call with ace 10, king 10. But I guess that's the best card except of the queen to keep on barreling. And I think I will barrel this 100% of the time, nearly. That's what Hero's doing. And he's betting $24. And player one is calling. Okay. Oh, the river is interesting. It makes it tough, I have to say. I mean, after player one is calling, he might still have a draw like a 8-9, jack 9, king jack. We're blocking a jack, so makes it maybe unlikely he got a jack 9 or king jack flush open-ender. He might have a king queen, might have an ace queen, he might have a 10. There's so many. Now you're in a point of the guessing game. You have a one blocker to the king jack, so you basically hoping that you get jack 9 or 8-9. That's the only hand you're beating. You may be shopping now with king queen and maybe king queen jack also. That's a really tough one. I really don't know. I mean, you can bluff bet this big. It depends on the read you have on the opponent, because you can wrap the full house, and you can check fold. I think check folding is fine. I would suggest a check and hope for the showdown, because such a tough one. And he's betting 41, like half pot, like he wants to earn money. I mean, that's a pretty good bet, I have to say, from the opponent. It doesn't matter what he have. I would toss a coin to call here or not. But it's a really hard one. And he's calling. Wow. So we can see the hand. That's fine. Let's see. I don't think we're good. I don't know. Let's see. And he had a jack 9. Wow. That's one of the hands we're beating. Jack 9 and 8-9. I need jack 9 more hand to call because 8-9. I think 8-9 folding on the turn. I don't know. That was an interesting one. Yeah. And here's a lot about what reads you have on your opponent. How about the dynamics of the game? I mean, basically I would fold here because, yeah, in the long run you will too often be beaten if you call these rivers. But yeah, it's about the dynamics of the game, you know. And if you have some dead reads on opponents, you might consider calling here because you know they don't bet a 10 or you know they don't bet an ace queen. So it's like king jack or nothing. And then you might go for a call, you know, that's my thought process about this hand. So let's see what we else have here. 9-7 offsuit. It looks like here's a $1, so we have a $1 game. And hero's hand is 9-7 offsuit. Looks like a limp pot maybe, you know. Let's see. Limpy, limpy. We checky. Checky, checky. Hope for some nice flop. Oh, there's the good old open-ender, which looking interesting. Which is looking really interesting. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Check, check, check. We're gonna bet. I think it's nice to bet here straight away. We can also check, but I think betting is the best. We want to take down pots. We get a call. Okay. We make the nuts on a turn. Yeah, beautiful card. What can you say? We're betting 16. And he's jamming. Yeah, he might have set. He might have multiple draws. We're just calling. We have the nuts. Pretty standard. And he shows queen 10. Yeah, which makes sense. He's got an open ender on the turn. And he don't want to call a big bet. We're betting 16, right? So he don't want to call 16 on the turn, and then river if he don't improve, you have a trouble hand. I mean, he might go for a call and then can bluff this river, but he didn't have clubs in his hand, right? Like if you, let's go to the river here. I have a club here. So this would be a good candidate, I think, if you just call the turn and the river pairs the 8. You might consider bluffing this, but of course, what is your value range? You have aces maybe. Maybe the flush you donk lead. I think it's okay for him to rejam on the turn. I mean, if we don't have 9-7, it's super hard for us to call. If for example we have queen 10, a 10-9, you know, we cannot call the shove. So it makes sense for player 2 to shove the turn and put some pressure on us. Unfortunately for him, he run into the nuts on a turn and we take it down. So let's head into the next one. So here we have ace king, and it looks like a $5 game. So pretty interested about this one. So we're limping. That's the base strategy with ace king, you know, just try to limp under the gun. In position you can make the pot big, but under the gun you might go for the limp shove. So we get limps all the way. So on this board there are several options on the table. I think I would always bet this like $20, try to take it down right away. You can check it, but then you give up the initiative and the aggression. That's always not nice. So he's betting half pot, kind of under half pot. Got a call. Okay, that's, yeah, so many draws out there. And there's the 9 coming. Nah, that's an ugly card. Jack 10 coming in. I would check this. Yeah, he's doing 2. And he's betting 90. Jesus. I mean, in my opinion, I would fold this now because he might have a 10-9 where he go crazy or something. I mean, but it's super hard super easy for him to pressure us. I mean, we can call now, but then on the river, what to do there? Call the all in. So my suggestion is here to fold, and he's doing it. Yeah. Even this guy have only 10-9 or maybe king 10, but he have the position and he knows that we are weak in this hand. And maybe have the blockers to the jack 10. So no way we can connect this hand. Good fold, sir. Heading to the next one. So this looks like a $2 game. Heroes got $350 approximately, and yeah, it's a limpy, okay. Classic limpy. Oh, now it's getting interesting. The button shoving now with his, it's kind of 65 antes. And he's reshoving too with, yeah, 85 antes, something like this. That's an interesting one. I mean, 9-7 suited. Because if you, now you have to think, I mean 10-9 suited is the best case to call here, because, I mean, if he's open shoving, and he's a guy like having ace king, ace queen, ace jack, something like this, It depends on, I mean, if somebody is really good in this 50 anti-push strategy, they should shove Jack 10, King Jack, Ace 8, Ace 9. So you're kind of not in good shape. But if you know this guy only shove Ace King, Ace Queen, then it's pretty interesting. And after him snap calling, yeah, he got premiums too. He never called for the gamble there. That makes no sense. But in our shoes is a nice spot to go for a gamble there. And we might get it in with at least, I mean, we need at least, 33%, 34, 35. So this is a nice situation where I would like a call here, and against these stack sizes and the way that the opponents play, to make a gamble call. I mean, what is a gamble call? A good call. That's how it is. Of course, you put a lot of money in, and and we have 9-7 suited. Look at this flop, and then the straight. Yeah. Beautiful, beautiful. And we're running against Queen 10 and Ace Queen. That's surprising. I mean, that he snaps with Queen 10 suited. That's really surprising. And Ace Queen, which is pretty standard shove, I guess. But see, that's really dangerous when you call in these spots. And we can check the percentages. I show opponent's hands, and then we can see how much percentage we have on the flop. Pre-flop, it was 35%, exactly what we need. But everybody pretty close. But that's really one thing really important. If you're absolutely sure, because your opponent play only high cards in the situations, you can make this call. But if you have a player like player 4, who's gambling there with Queen 10 suited, which is a bad call because he's always dominated against the pushing range from the under the gun player, and it makes no sense. You have only $2 invested. Why you should gamble for this hand? So that's what you have to consider. If you have gamble opponents inside these spots, calling here now with a Ace 9 or 10-9, whatever, you might be dominated and your call become a bad call. You have to really consider this. If you know these players only have Ace King, Ace Queen, Kings Aces, whatever, it's a good call. But if you have players like this call get difficult and dangerous. Heading to the next one. So let's take a look at this one. We have 8-9 offsuit and on a button. We deep like 400 antes, limpy. I would prefer sometimes raising it if I want to play a big pot against this opponent, because deep stack in position with any hand against weak opponents is always profitable. But of course, checking is super fine too. So we get checked. A bet of $4. I would easily call. Hope for the Virgin card would be the 7. He's calling. That's a 6. That's not our card. Let's see how the hand develops. Interesting. Check. You might attack this one because this looks kind of weak, and maybe we are the only player with the 6 in the hand. Even it makes no 6. Makes no 6. Yeah, I'm funny. It makes no sense that we call with a 6x on the button, but sometimes aggression pays off. So let's see what he's doing. He's checking. Okay. The river is the 7. Beautiful card. I like it. Check. Okay, we have to go for value now because we have the wheel. It's from Ace 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, that's the wheel here in this game. So we have a straight. And he's betting 15, perfectly fine. I would do the same. And we get a call, and it looks like somebody have an Ace X. Yeah, Ace 9. Beautiful value. That's how the game looks like. And he should ask himself, if we're betting like this on the river, I mean, he should bet the turn. That's the best strategy. And we will never see the river. And he will take down the pot on the turn because the 6, like I told you, if you have top pair and the mid and the bottom pair pairing after you bet the flop, you should bet again because usually you will take down the pot on the turn. That's his mistake, player 3. Maybe next time you do better. Heading to the next one. So here we have 7-8 suited. Looks interesting. Under the gun player is raising 16. He shows some strength, definitely, with 8xing there. Hero's calling. Yeah, we're a little bit deep, so it makes sense. You want to play a pot against him, and maybe if the opponent have big cards, you want to suck out with some small cards. Another button is shoving 150 antes. Okay, 160 antes. And he's reshoving too. That's a tough one. I mean, usually if both have high cards, it feels like you have to call this. But 8-7 suited is not the best performer. You want more likely to have a 8-9 or 10-9 suited. Because with 8-7 suited, you have the problem that you sometimes running into a double pair board like a Jack-Jack 10-10, 10-10, 9-9, and then your bottom pair, maybe the board is like Jack-Jack 10-10, 7. Yeah, you can't afford it. That's also a problem. And so I think it's the same thing like in the other hand I explained before. If you know your opponent's playing high cards like ace king, ace queen, and he's under the gun raising, he gotta have a strong range like ace king, ace queen, and he reshoving, he can have queens, let's say ace king. If he's standard player, he have ace king, queens, kings, something like this. So then the call is pretty okay, because over all the dead money out there, you can make a profitable call. But if one of these guys, maybe him, is a banana player jamming there with ace-8 suited or 8-9 suited, whatever, you never know, or he's a banana player, you should be careful with calling in the spots. That's my suggestion. It depends on the game flow and the table dynamics. What these guys showing up, are they tilt, they're losing a big pot before, that affects always these spots. And of course, in the three-way all in, you always want to call off with these hands in the last position. If you're in his shoes, you shouldn't have 7-8 suited, because person coming after you, and then you make an unprofitable call. But in this situation, of course, I think he's gonna call. I feel so. Yeah, he's gonna call. Yeah. Jack, Jack, Jack. Jesus, that looks really shitty. I think we're dead. Oh, hope, hope, hope. Wow, straight flush in the end. Hope nobody have a jack. Jack is quads. Straight flush beat quads. I'm such an idiot. Wow, ace king and ace queen. So this was actually a good call against the specific hands. We can check how much percentage our friend have here, our hero. And he have 33%. So see, even you're running against ace queen and ace king, it's because of the flush cards. I think if you have 9-10, you get way more percentages. So 7-8 is kind of trouble hand, so be careful with this, and think about does your opponent is on a steam tilt and putting in like super garbage banana hands, or is he playing high cards? That's also important. So, and now we go to the last hand. And there we go. So there we go. We have ace king. And limp. Now you have several options. You can raise, you can shove, you can limp trap. Maybe he's raising. I don't know. There's a lot of things possible. He's going for the 12. Wow. Classic multi-way pot in the $1 limit. Raise 12, call. Flop. King 9-7. Wow. We have already $51 in the pot. We have $98 left. It's like, yeah. We cannot get out of this one, and so many draws out there. Basically, you shouldn't be behind only against King 9, King 7, 9-7, 9-7s. We're in pretty good shape, I have to say, to go broke here. I think, yeah, that's what I would do too. Just shove the money in. And we got one call. We got two callers. Looks like a lot of hands waiting for us. We check out the hands. He shows 7-9. Okay. We're behind against this. Now I have to make again. We go all in. He's calling. Jack 6. And he take out everything. We cannot see his hand, unfortunately, because I don't know. So yeah, 7-9, take it down. That's how it is sometimes, but you gotta go broke on this flop, definitely. There's no other choice. So that's for it today. We have some nice interesting hands here, and you get a feeling about the thought process. Every hand you have in short deck poker is way more different than in Texas Holdem or something. So that's how it is. And now we're gonna select our winners for from the last video, and I'm pretty excited who's the winner and get the coaching with me. So guys, I think you remember the last video I made, and in the end we had a small little quiz, and I think we're gonna select now our 3 winners. So let's take a look. So that was the video from last time, and then now I put in already all names who make the comment with the right answer, and the answer was player 1. And yeah, let's spin the wheel, and now we take our 3rd and 2nd place. These are the 2 free charts for you. So let's take a look. Who is it? Place 3 goes to Deep Murray. Good luck to you. Good luck to you. Nice one. I think you should connect to Discord chat, and then you should write the moderators, and Ovi will connect you under the video and give you a comment. So you're place 3, you get 1 free chart from us. Now we will remove you and look for number place and place 2. You get the same, also free chart for you. Let's take a look. Who is it? Freddie Thompson, get in there. Well done, good job. You put also the right answer. And now we will choose the winner. 30-minute with me, Katrin Saufen, free coaching. So let's see who is it. I'm excited. Let's see. And the winner is Ben Morris. So contact me in the Discord. You can write me a private message, Katrin Saufen. You can write me in my channel, whatever, and yeah, then we can make an appointment and we can make a free coaching for you. So that's it for the video. Thank you very much. Put the thumbs up, like and subscribe. And yeah, see you later, Katrin Saufen. Bye bye.